whatever you want to do. And it's what you want to do from where, if that makes sense. Mario, maybe you can dig in a little bit on this. How do you tell the difference between following your joy in a way that this is your connection with source, that is leading you forward authentically into the next step, that is where you need to go, versus kind of doing what feels fun or easy? Let's just start off light, shall we?
So I think you made a very good distinction. If we look at the word your joy, because your joy is different from my joy and from someone else's joy. And I see a lot of entrepreneurs tap into the personal development world and follow what I call the should life, which is a combination of the confusing advice you receive from the so-called experts. And that could be your parents, that could be Simon Sinek's book, could be Tony Robbins' masterclass, right? Those are all the experts. And it doesn't mean that they're wrong. It just doesn't mean that might not be your own intuitive, authentic voice. And part of what I've experienced is going through this inauthentic process actually leads you to the authentic process, where you start to peel off the layers. You know, for me, for instance, I used to be a very big Tony Robbins fan. I still greatly appreciate the man and respect him, but I no longer consider myself a fan. That's a very different level of consciousness. And I recognized that it was a lot of regurgitation, a lot of the stuff that has already been around. And at some point I woke up and I was like, that doesn't really resonate with me anymore. It's not really my path anymore. And so then I went onto the path of higher consciousness, Christ consciousness to be precise. And I brought the principles into my business. And I was like, this is amazing. And I started to see a whole path unfold for me where I get to do what I love the most, which is talk about this, what you and I are talking about, and combine it with money, with a money focus. Because just talking about money strategies to me is fucking boring. It's just like you do this, buy the book, listen to the podcast, watch the YouTube video. There are a gazillion out there. I don't want to do it. But bringing both of them together into alignment, that's where my joy is. Because then I'm like, have you forgiven your father? What? Why should I do that? He said, well, because it seems like you have a father wound there, and that's causing you to have imbalances in your leadership in the masculine sense. And they're like, oh, I never looked at that. Oh, wow. Okay. That to me is fun.